Good morning, boys and girls. Today, we are going to review adjectives, but most importantly, we're going to review comparatives and superlatives. An adjective, boys and girls, is a word that describes a noun. And with an adjectives, we have two that are called types of adjectives that are called comparative and superlative. A comparative, boys and girls, is when you compare two things. Okay, a comparative is when you compare two things. And the word comparative, if you look, the root word is the word compare. Okay, compare. So it means that you're comparing two things. And usually that word, boys and girls, ends in ER. You add the ER to the end. It ends in ER. Okay, for example, the word stronger. What's the word? The word is strong. Okay, but when you're comparing two things, you add ER to the end and it becomes stronger. Okay, now let's look at superlative. Okay, a superlative is when you compare three or more things. Let's review that again. A superlative is when you compare three or more things. Okay, and that usually ends in EST, like the word best, right? It ends in EST. Okay, example, strongest. Okay, now let's review. Okay, comparative, you're comparing two things, ends in ER. Superlative, you compare three or more things and it ends in EST. Okay, show me with your hands. Remember how we do it in class. Do you understand? I understand. Thank you, boys and girls. Now, I want to also review what an adverb is, okay? Because this week we're going to work with both superlatives, comparatives, and an adverb, okay? An adverb describes a verb or an adjective. So basically an adverb describes a verb. It tells you, usually it answers the how, where, and when. Okay, just keep that in mind. It describes a verb, but most importantly, it answers questions like how, where, and when. Okay? Okay, boys and girls. Now, we're going to have a little exercise. And usually if we were in class, I would have you come up and manipulate the cards. We can't do that. So I'm going to try to do this all by myself. Okay? For example, if the word is fast, right? The word is fast. When I compare two things, right? When I'm comparing two things, I can say the bike is fast, right? But now I'm comparing the bike with the car. So I'm going to say the bike is fast, but the car is faster. Okay, I'm comparing two things, right? Now, boys and girls, if I compare it to the third thing, now I'm comparing it to the airplane. So now I can say, you know, the bike is fast, the car is faster, but the airplane is the fastest. See, and it ends in S, superlative. That means that this is the best. Nothing is faster than the airplane because it's the fastest. That means nothing is better than the airplane. You see, it's like the best of them all. Do you see that? So when you look, you know that the bike is fast, but a comparative, I'm comparing the bike and the car. I'm going to say the car is faster than the bicycle, but I'm comparing now the three of them. Now the airplane is the fastest. Oops, sorry guys, I dropped my tape. Oh, and I dropped it again. Okay guys, so do you hear that? Do you understand? Okay, now let's go again. For example, the word is big. Okay, now think. If I'm comparing that apple, that big apple with the apple that is in size one more than that one, what would it be? Good, I just heard you. Good job, bigger. Okay, I'm comparing both apples. This apple is big, your apple is bigger, but Bailey's apple is the biggest. Good job. Now, I can say the man is tall. Now, boys and girls, if I'm comparing both men, what is a comparative? If the man is tall, but this man is, what is it? Perfect. Very good. I can hear Irvin. Good job, Irvin. The man is taller than that man, but this other man is the, what is it? Tallest. Good job. Do you see that, boys and girls? This is a superlative. It ends in EST. Comparative ends in ER. Okay, and I'm comparing two things. Okay? Show me with your hands. I understand. I know what I'm doing. Beautiful, boys and girls. Beautiful. Okay? Now, the next word we're going to talk about, the next adjective is old. Okay, this is an adjective, old. Okay, the man is old. But that man is, I love it. Tell your partner, tell your neighbor, tell your mom. Perfect. The man is older. I'm comparing two things. I'm comparing the old guy and this guy. I'm comparing two guys, two men. The man is old. This man is older. Superlative. That man is the, good job. I heard you all, oldest. Good job, boys and girls. Now I want you to look at this chart. Beautiful. I want you to see what we've done. We know that these are adjectives, and we know that when we compare two things is called a comparative. Okay? And I'm comparing two things. Big, bigger. Tall, taller. Old, older. Now, when I compare 1, 2, 3 things or more, it's a superlative, and that ends in EST. Fastest, biggest, tallest, oldest. Okay? When you compare 2, it ends in ER. When you compare 3 or more, it ends in EST. Okay, show me with your hands. Thumbs up. I know what I'm doing. I get it. I know exactly what's going on. Ms. Garcia, I need help. Okay, it looks like most of you really understand comparative and superlative. Good job, boys and girls. Now let's go on to your assignment. Okay, now we have, I'm gonna read this together with you. My turtle is smaller than my gerbil. Boys and girls, what am I comparing? What am I comparing? My turtle is smaller than my gerbil. What am I comparing? You're right. I am comparing gerbil and I am comparing my turtle. I am comparing the turtle with the gerbil. Good job. So how many things am I comparing? You're right. I am comparing two things. I'm comparing the turtle and the gerbil. So therefore, I used smaller. Do you see that? Ends in ER because I'm comparing two things. I know that both things are small, but I want to know which one is smaller. We know that the turtle, sorry guys, my turtle is smaller than my gerbil. I'm comparing the turtle and the gerbil, and the comparative is smaller. Okay, now let's go to number 2. Read it on your own, read it silently. Good job. Now let's read it together. Ready? Begin. My fish is the smallest of all. What am I comparing? You're right. I am comparing fish. How many fish am I comparing? 2? You're right, not 2. What about 3? You're right, it's 3 or more. How do I know? Because of all. Of all. That means that there's a lot of fish, right? And this fish happens to be the smallest. It ends in EST. That means that I'm comparing fish. And how many fish? It could be, I don't know, more than 3. More than 3. Here, I know that there's 2 things, right? The turtle and the gerbil. Here, I'm comparing the fish. It could be 3 or more fish because it says of all. My fish is the smallest of all. So there could have been 5 fish. There could have been 3 fish. I don't know, more than 3 because my fish happens to be the smallest. Okay? Thumbs up. Ms. Garcia, I understand comparative and superlatives. Good job. Now, for practice. This is the first assignment of the day, boys and girls. You're going to copy and write in the superlative or comparative in the blank. So that means that you're going to copy these sentences. There's only 5. You're going to copy these sentences, and then you're going to write the adjective is on the side, and you're going to think, is it going to be a comparative or a superlative? We're going to work on number 1 together. Okay, let's read it silently first. Okay, let's read it together. Ready? Begin. Allie is blank than Adam. So the word is tall. Okay, the adjective is tall. Now let's go back. Allie is, would it be taller or tallest? Okay, is it a superlative or a comparative? Remember, a comparative ends in ER. You compare 2 things, and a superlative, you compare 3 or more, and it ends in EST. So let's see. Allie is, you're right. I love that, Eva. Good job. It is taller because I'm comparing 2 people, Allie and Adam. Good. So Allie is taller than Adam. Okay? Let's read it together. Allie is taller than Adam. Beautiful. Okay? So now I want you to work on 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want you to copy it on a piece of paper, and then you're going to do just what I did. You're going to write the adjective, and you're going to write it, you're going to change it. You're going to change it to a comparative or a superlative. Okay? So let's do number 2. My bag is blank than yours. The word is heavy. Okay? Number 3. Winter is the blank season. The adjective is cold. Number 4. Sarah's dress is blank than mine. The word is short. The adjective is short. This is the blank book I've ever read. The sad book. Okay. Forgot to do this. Okay. This is a sad, what is it? Superlative or superlative for the word sad? The adjective sad. Okay. So now go ahead. You can pause the video so that you can have access to copying these words and writing the correct superlative or comparative in the blank. Okay? Good job, boys and girls.